Maori elders have performed a traditional service at a graveside ceremony in American Samoa before the repatriation of the remains of a New Zealand sailor. Engineering Mechanic First Class Russell James Craig Moore. Photo, NZDF. The Royal New Zealand Navy engineer Russell Moore is the third member of New Zealand's Defence Force to be disinterred as part of a project to return those buried overseas back home. Russell Moore was killed in 1956 when heavy equipment crushed him as he was working on the dock in Pago Pago. He was 19 and had sailed to American Samoa on the survey vessel HMNZS Lachlan. We're saying what we call karakia prayers at the gravesite for Russell Moore before we disinter him, but there are a number of other traditional prayers that were said at the same time, and we're talking to all of the cemetery and we're talking to the country as well, saying thank you very much for looking after our sailor and we're now ready to take him home, NZDF Group Captain Carl Nixon said. No repeat. Center, top 0px, left 0px, width 100%, height 100%, greater than. Group Captain Carl Nixon, who was at the ceremony at Satala Cemetery, is the leader of Te Oraki, the Defense Force's repatriation project, which will bring back service personnel and dependents buried abroad since 1955. Last weekend in Fiji, Royal New Zealand Air Force Flight Lieutenant George Beban and fireman leading aircraftman Ralph Scott were disinterred in a similar ceremony. In Pago Pago, representatives from the U.S. Army Reserve attended the blessing alongside Maori elders. We always travel with our kaumātua and kuya, and they are the elders that are clearing the way for us and keeping us safe, Captain Nixon said. A team of bioarchaeologists, forensic anthropologists and NZDF odontologists, or dentists, from New Zealand was involved with the disinterment with the help of local workers. We will take the remains back to a private facility where he will be identified and just confirm that he is Sailor Moore before we prepare his remains into a casket that's come from New Zealand, Group Captain Carl Nixon said. Royal New Zealand Navy sailors would stand guard over the sailor. Once Sailor Moore has been placed into the casket, they will conduct a 24/7 continuous vigil on that casket. Russell Moore is one of 37 servicemen and dependents that are expected to be repatriated from 6 countries this year. His remains will be returned to New Zealand on Sunday morning. Royal New Zealand Navy Engineering Mechanic First Class Russell Moore's headstone at Satala Cemetery in Pago Pago, American Samoa. Photo, Crown Copyright A. Copyright NZDF. Some rights reserved.